Hey guys, it is a beautiful Saturday morning. Blue skies, it's nice and cool. Welcome to another LS swap video. I guess that's what I always say in the beginning of these videos. Well, technically it's a 5.3 Vortex swap. It's not a true aluminum block LS, but I just say LS swap because it's much easier to say. Anyway, I got some of my fuel parts, fuel system, or fuel line parts in the mail. I got my adapters here. These are the quick connect things, or the push lock, whatever you call them, that go on the fuel rails, and they adapt down to AN6. This one is the 5/16, I think, and then this one's the 3/8. This is the feed and this is the return. So I got those, and I decided to go with braided Teflon lined stainless steel brake line. Wasn't the cheapest thing, but I decided I didn't want to cheap out on the fuel system. I don't want to have 60 pounds of fuel pressure spraying on my hot exhaust. It's not a good recipe there, so I got some good stuff coming in the mail, and I'll be able to build a nice fuel system. I got my fuel pump wired up. I put a couple connectors here so I can disconnect that if I need to, pull fuel sending unit out, which I will need to do again because I got to weld on a cap. Oh yeah, I gotta show you guys that. I got this weld on filler neck here off of eBay, and it's actually pretty decent quality too. And I'm gonna weld that on right here, and it's got a nice vented gas cap, which it doesn't matter if it's vented or not because I got a nice big vent tube right here. That'll go on right like that, and then I'll cover that hole. That's the 1-inch Jeep where the Jeeps fill. Right there, they would have had a 1-inch tube up to like a bigger thing out the side. But I'm gonna cover that up, and then I'll cut a hole in the bed and make a hinged door, a little latch on it right there. So that'll be nice. For now, I'm just going to use this tack since I already have it, and I'm going to mount that right, not crooked like that, but I'm going to mount it right in that area there. That'll be good enough for testing purposes only. And then I'll get a couple gauges. All I need right now is a temperature gauge and an oil pressure gauge, and those will go right here in these two holes. And then later on down the road, I'll, put a transmission temperature gauge and a battery gauge and a smaller tack in that hole. But for now, I'm just doing bare minimum so I can get this thing running. So that's that, but it's not what this video is about. Fuel system, or the fuel lines, will be in another video. So I got two 25-inch glass packs here. These are, the cheap thrush ones, but they seem to work pretty good, and they sound pretty decent too. So going with these. And what I'm doing here is I've never put an H pipe on anything before, so that's what I'm going to try here. Apparently it's gonna make it sound a whole lot better and have even flow and less popping and crackling that you get from the glass packs, So this is the H pipe I'm building here. It's not, that piece is not tacked on yet, but if you can see that, there's two pipes coming out off of the manifolds. They come down like that on both sides, the same. And then I have my O2 sensors right here, and in the same spot on the other side as well. You can see the wire going up there, and that's gonna go to my O2 sensor wiring. I gotta put a male connector on the other end, the harness side, because for some odd reason it has a female connector on that side. You can see up in there. See, same connector, which is strange. I don't know why. So I gotta change that up a bit, but then it should work just fine, because the little connectors I got from the junkyard have the same color wiring, so it should work just fine. But anyway, you can see I got the two pipes coming down. I got my pipe here that I don't have tacked on yet. It's just hanging out there, but it's notched right there, so it'll fit in right nice on here. And I cut the hole right there for it on both sides, and that should sound pretty good. And then my cherry bombs, or my glass packs I should say, they're gonna go right off of this here, and that'll bring me right here to the end of this cross member, and then I'll make a turn and it'll come out and dump out in front of the rear wheel into these nice 4-inch tips I found at the junkyard. So it's gonna look sweet. So anyway, let me get something done here. I'll get that H pipe tacked on and get that welded on. I'd like to get this exhaust finished up. Alright guys, I haven't been doing much filming, but I got my exhaust all welded up to this point, and got the glass packs on there. Everything's looking good and symmetrical. See the H pipe there? So it's looking pretty good. Now I just gotta build a piece on either side that come out with that 4-inch tip. Finish it off. Once again, I failed to turn the camera on when I was getting stuff done, but I'll show you what I got done. I also got my fuel line in the mail. Really nice stuff. If you look in the end, you can see there's Teflon instead of rubber. That lasts a long time. This is supposed to be the best line you could run. And all the nice fittings and stuff. Comes with a whole bunch of different ones, different angles and stuff. But anyway, I got my exhaust done. It turned out really good. I'll try to get a good view up from above here. Look at that. I like it. Dumps out about that far past the bed, which is perfect. Might get rid of some drone a little bit. I'm not too worried about drone, but that might help a little bit with it. And underneath, see, they're pretty much level with each other. They come out in the same spot. I measured and measured, and had to redo different angles a couple times, but I finally got it just right. That comes out in the same spot on both sides. And I got these nice hangers here on either side. So I'm real happy with it. Alright, I just hooked up the O2 sensors, or I shortened the wires for them and put some loom on. Driver's side, passenger side. See, I got a zip tie and stuff up so they're away from the exhaust, but Not gonna do that until I put the exhaust on for the last time, because it's got to come off again one more time. And then I put my tack in there. It's got a bunch of different colors. This is the one I bought a long time ago and stuck in the truck. I'll probably put some different in here eventually, but this is good enough for now. Good enough for testing purposes. So yeah, it's kind of a ricer tack. I think it's made more for like a Honda Civic or something, because 11,000 RPM, I mean, that's a lot. You're not gonna need, I don't need half of this, you know. It should sound pretty good. Interested to see how that H pipe, or hear how that H pipe is gonna sound. I've never ran an H pipe before. It might make no difference whatsoever, but just thought I'd try it for the heck of it. Easy enough. So that's it, guys. In the next video, I'll be working on my fuel system and getting ready to start it. Getting really close now.